Hello and welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Thomas Miracle, sitting in today for Ashley Collingsworth. I hope you're having a great week. And these are the stories we have for you today. It has now been nearly 2 weeks since the disappearance of missing Maury County teen Elizabeth Thomas. Recently, Thomas's father has suggested she once hid from Tad Cummings at her workplace. Once of Thomas's family's attorneys states that Cummings went into Elizabeth's work and she begged a coworker to tell him she wasn't there. Elizabeth reportedly hid in the bathroom while Cummings was in the business. Family and friends are still hopeful that Elizabeth will make it home safely. Thomas is a 15-year-old white female with hazel eyes, stands 5 feet tall, and weighs 120 pounds. She was last seen wearing a flannel shirt and black leggings. She was last seen on March 13th after she was dropped off at Shoney's in Columbia by a friend around 8 that morning. She was reported missing later that day by her parents and is believed to be in the company of 50-year-old Tad Cummings, who is believed to be armed with 2 handguns. Cummings is a white male. He stands 6 feet tall, weighs approximately 200 pounds, and has brown hair and eyes. He faces kidnapping in Amber Alert case, and he is also charged with sexual conduct with a minor after he allegedly kissed Thomas at school earlier this year. As of Sunday afternoon, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has received 985 tips, with 116 open and being pursued. Everyone should remain on the lookout for the suspect vehicle, silver Nissan Rogue with Tennessee tags 976ZPT. You should call 911 immediately if you see it. A local businessman and chief of Springfield Volunteer Fire Department has been arrested for the 3rd time in just over 2 months. 36-year-old Adam Payne was arrested March 23rd. Payne is the owner of P&P Grading. According to the report, the Tazewell Police Department was contacted on March 20th from a representative of R. Giles Enterprise in Tazewell, reference to a worthless check complaint. The worthless check was in the amount of $10,544.64, both written and issued by Adam Payne of P&P Grading. The check was written for the lease and rental of construction equipment and then returned for non-sufficient funds. He was charged with worthless check over $10,000. Payne was arrested February 15th and March 13th on similar complaints. Payne was arrested February 15th and charged with passing a worthless check over $2,500. On March 13th, Payne was arrested again for allegedly passing a worthless check. According to the arrest report, he allegedly forged a check valued at $9,945.98 in an effort to pay off a financial lien on his business. Payne was charged March 13th for passing a worthless check over $2,500. All 3 charges are felonies under Tennessee law. Payne was taken to the Claiborne County Jail. He was arraigned and later released on $5,000 bond. The next court date on his latest charge is March 30th. A Middlesboro man was arrested after an 8-long investigation into drug trafficking. According to a news release from the Bell County Sheriff's Department, a detective of the Appalachian Narcotics Investigations Unit executed a search warrant that worked in conjunction with the Middlesboro Police Department on a Wilderness Road residence in Middlesboro. 33-year-old Alphaeus Alfie Witherspoon was arrested after officers found several items during the search. Located was over $8,000 in cash, a number of guns, various prescription drugs, and other property. A press release states that all was seized during the search. Witherspoon was taken into custody and lodged in the Bell County Detention Center. He was charged with 5 counts of first-degree trafficking, controlled substance. First offense, methamphetamine over 2 grams. He was transferred to a detention facility outside of Bell County and is under a $275,000 bond. According to the release, the Appalachian Narcotics Investigation Unit is comprised of several agencies from the Bell County Sheriff's Department, Harlan County Sheriff's Department, Pineville Police Department, and the Kentucky State Police. It's the newest attraction to come to Middlesboro, and it's something for everyone. With the full staff ready to help fulfill any need you may have, Crater City Comic inside the Middlesboro Mall should be on your list of places to visit.
I've always wanted to do things with comic books. Growing up, I loved them. I got friends and brothers that they're artistic, you know, they love drawing and everything, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something I've always done. 2 years ago, I drew it out on a napkin. One of the owners, Brandon, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I'm doing a school project for a business. Can we use your idea?" So they come at me and they're like, "Hey man, do you think we can do this?" I was like, "Well, I mean, it should be easy. We just do this, this, and this, and this." And he's like, "Okay." So 4 months later, here it is. A guy come in here the other day and he was emotional. And I was like, "Man, you okay?" He goes, "Dude, I can't get out. Like, my handicap, I can't get out and go to Knoxville and go to places like this." So he was excited that we brought something like that to the mall. And I was like, "Oh man, no problem," you know. And you know, you don't have to drive to Knoxville now to pick up a lanyard or a fancy wallet, a Hot Topic or a Spencer's. But you know, you can come here. It's slowly building as we go. We're getting more and more stuff every day, it seems. Big grand opening, we had celebrity guests and stuff. It was crazy. Unfortunately, comic book stores can't make it on their own anymore because a lot of people can either download or they just don't care. We know that gaming, like Smash Brother tournaments, you know, anything with a controller attached to it, kids love. We've teamed up with He Who Dares, a little laser tag place down the way. And this back area of our store is called the Crater City Coliseum. It's where all of our gaming is going to be taking place. Warhammer 40K, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! But we have the TVs and systems set up as well, so we can do the Smash Brothers tournament. We got a Mortal Kombat tournament coming in April. We've teamed up with the karate place across the way. Winner's going to get a free month of karate or whatever they're into. And it's just, I'm wanting to team up more with more places and, you know, try to have events. We have a Nuka-Cola machine. Nuka-Cola from Fallout 3. We don't serve Nuka-Cola, but we have a cool looking machine back there. It actually works, it's 50 cents. We got the games, we got the board games. The Warhammer 40K though, that's probably our biggest pet because it's an experience. You have to build your own army, piece by piece, paint them, and we've got a whole table set up. It's crazy. Throughout the week, our hours are 11 to 9. We have to close that gate for the mall entrance. They don't like people running around the mall after 9, but we do have a back entrance. So if we do D&D sessions or Warhammer 40K, or you know, we have a tournament that lasts longer than 9, we can get in and out that way. So it varies on when we close, but we close at 9.
Again, Crater City Comics is located inside the Middlesboro Mall, and for more information, you can always give them a call at 606-302-4177. All right, the town of Cumberland Gap will be full of life this spring and summer with the long list of new events and opportunities for visitors. There will be something for everyone, ranging from art shows and the White Lightning Festival to the Genealogy Jamboree and music to fill the streets. The Mountain Fiesta is a unique first-time event for the town, which is scheduled for April 22nd, beginning at 11 a.m. It aims to combine Latin American and Appalachian heritage while educating event goers about the food, music, dance of both cultures. The event will be held in downtown Cumberland Gap, and there is no entry fee. On May 27th, Papa Chum's Music and Rarities will be hosting a concert with bluegrass music by the Twang Revival. The tunes will begin at 4 p.m. Papa Chum's is located at 522 Pinnacle Alley near Festival Park in Cumberland Gap. The Cumberland Gap Artists Co-op will be hosting an artist extravaganza on June 3rd. This event is complete with wine tasting, local art, music provided by Papa Chum's, and food from restaurants in town. The wine tasting will include several varieties of wines from the Great Valley Wine Trail, which include wineries from across East Tennessee. The event is family friendly. However, an ID will be necessary to participate in the wine tasting. Art will be from local artisans. However, the co-op was invited artisans from across the tri-state to participate in the extravaganza. Lincoln Memorial University student artwork will also be on display in Festival Park next to the co-op. Tickets for this event are free. If you're interested in participating or have questions, contact the co-op at 606-269-1281. The year continues with a lineup of other events, including the Genealogy Jamboree from June 7th through the 10th, the White Lightning Festival on June 23rd, the Harvest Moon Art Festival on October 7th, and the Victorian Christmas on December 2nd. There's more news coming up after the break, so keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
This is why you get by on 4 hours sleep. Why you took a second job. This is why you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing and spend hours juggling the bills. This is why you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Now more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE to talk one-on-one with a housing expert today.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Each one of our journeys keeps us.
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
We'll never get older. Each one
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me
And me.
help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android.
This is awesome.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer.
I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom.
We're all part of your community.
Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good, others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia.
Or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We,
We trust our instincts.
just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Welcome back. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will be presenting resurgence of black lung in Central Appalachia. The program is being presented this Wednesday in the R.A. Stowers Auditorium at 3. Inside the Hamilton Math and Science Building, healthcare providers in surrounding communities are invited to attend. Presenters for the program include James Brandon Kroom, D.O., a radiologist from Pineville, Kentucky, and a CDC epidemiologist, David Blackley, PhD, and Scott Laney, PhD. According to the CDC, coal miners are being diagnosed at the younger age with a progressive form of black lung disease. The presenters conducted an investigation of the prevalence of the disease in Central Appalachia. The presentation will cover the history of black lung disease and possible causes and preventions of the disease, especially in the young minors with new aggressive form of the disease. For more information on the research, you can visit www.cdc.gov/mmw/volume/65/WR/M. The Lincoln Memorial University Paul V. Hamilton School of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences will host the Nordic Fiddlers Block. The performance will take place in the Sam and Sue Mars Performing Arts Thursday, March 30th, beginning at 7:30. The Nordic Fiddlers Block is a fiddler trio that blends the tradition of Norway, Sweden, and the Shetland Islands. The three musicians have gained a reputation for their gripping and unique blend of fiddle music since the inception of the block in nearly 2009. The trio's goal is to maintain a firm focus on the traditions of their home while developing a sound that has been described as meaningful, intense, and invigorating. The trio's music has taken them to the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, and across the mainland of Europe. The concert is free and open to the public. The Spring Graduate School and Career Fair is just around the corner, and all graduate programs are encouraging juniors and seniors to get involved. The Career Fair will be held Tuesday, April 4th in Mans from 10:30 to 1:30. This is an excellent opportunity for students to explore their graduate school options, network with future employers, and discover the internship and volunteer opportunities. There are several participating employees that include Covenant Health, Tenova Healthcare, Tennessee State Parks, TVA, Vanderbilt, Mortgage, and Finance Youth Villages, Dural Industries, and many others. To register for the event, you can go to LMU's main homepage, click on Student Life, then Career Services and Career Fairs. And the 9th Annual Lincoln Memorial University DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine Golden Scalp Golf Tournament is scheduled for Friday, April 7th at Wasiota Winds Golf Course in Pineville, Kentucky. The tournament begins with a shotgun start at 9:30 a.m. The proceeds from the tournament will benefit the Ray E. Stowers annual LMU DCOM scholarship. The scholarship supports the mission of LMU DCOM by providing financial assistance to the LMU DCOM students from the Appalachian region with the greatest financial need. This tournament title sponsor is Dural Industries. Tournament registration is $500 for a team of 4 and $400 for a team of 4 LMU students with ID or LMU DCOM alumni. Individual registration is $125 per person or $100 per LMU. Student with ID or LMU DCOM alumni. Registration included green fees, cart rental, range, balls, and food and drink. Prizes will be awarded to the first, second, third, and last place teams. Prizes will also be awarded to the individual for the longest drive closest to the pin, hole in one. All the players will receive a free pair of Nike golf shoes. Registration is available online at http://alumni.lmu.net.edu/2017 Golden's Chapel, Calpel. Sponsorships are still available. For more information, contact Brigitte Welt at 423-869-7206 or Brigitte Welch at lmu.net.edu. Be sure you tune in on Thursday. We will be bringing you the stories from one of the newest businesses to open in Middlesboro, King Donuts. We will also continue to follow the latest information in the ongoing nationwide Amber Alert that was sparked out in Middle Tennessee. We will also bring you updates on the latest news from around the community and right here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University. Be sure you keep it right here on LMU Community TV as Adam Haley brings you the latest information in the world of sports from right here on campus to around the region. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in a few.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer.
I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom.
We're all part of your community. Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good,
Others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Welcome back. Spring sports dominated the weekend with multiple LMU teams playing at home. However, we will start with the LMU women's bowling team that participated in their first East Coast Conference tournament over the weekend in Keene, New Hampshire. The ladies have proven tough in their first year in participation. The ECC tournament would be no exception as they defeated Damien twice, Felician twice, and 20th ranked Franklin Pierce on their way to a championship battle with defending champion Adelphii. The first go-around with Adelphii in the tournament went the way of the Panthers 4-0, but this one was for the championship, and LMU proved to be a tougher opponent. After losing in the first game 182-138, the ladies responded with a 209-189 win. That, however, would be the last W on the day as Adelphii rolled off a 237-212 victory, 200-151, and 185-151 wins to clinch another championship 4-1. LMU will now wait to hear if they will make the NCAA tournament that is scheduled to begin on April the 13th. The LMU baseball team was at home this past weekend with a three-game set with conference opponent Catawba College. In Game 1 on Friday, LMU came out swinging as Logan Augustine hit a two-run home run, and then Muta Crusoe hit a 2 RBI double to put the Rail Splitters out in front 4-1. They would add 4 more in the fifth en route to win 11-9. Brandon Jean picked up the win, going 6 1/3 innings, allowing 10 hits and 6 earned runs while striking out 4. On Saturday, the Indians jumped out quick, scoring 5 runs in the third on their way to a 10-7 victory. Ethan Elliott took the loss, going only 4 innings, allowing 8 hits and 4 earned runs. Game 3 got started with Timmy Wages for LMU hitting a 3-run home run in the first. Eric Kalman followed that up with a 2-run home run in the third to lead LMU to the 9-3 win. Dominic Morabito picked up his 4th win of the season, going 5 innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 earned runs. LMU will now go on the road this week for a non-conference matchup with the Tornado of King University on Wednesday, that's weather permitting. The LMU softball team was in Hartsville, South Carolina this past weekend as they played the Coker Cobras. Game 1 did not go well for LMU as they gave up 5 early runs to Coker as the Cobras would take Game 1 6-3. Brianna Taylor took the loss, going 1 1/3 innings, allowing 3 hits and 2 earned runs. An Allie Jones RBI single got LMU on the board in the second game, but it was once again the Cobras who once again struck with 3 runs in the bottom of the third that pushed Coker to the sweep, winning Game 2 4-2. Justice Smith took the loss, going 4 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits and 3 runs while striking out 2. LMU will now hit the road for a road conference matchup in Greenville, Tennessee against Tusculum on Wednesday, that's weather permitting. The lacrosse teams were at home this past weekend when they hosted Queens University. The women got the doubleheader started when they faced the 9th-ranked Royals. Queens scored 13 times in the first half en route to a 24-5 win. Katie Polowski led Queens with 4 goals in the win. The LMU men had the second part of the doubleheader facing the 16th-ranked Royals. The Rail Splitters scored the first 5 goals of the game and would eventually lead at halftime 7-2. The Royals would score 3 unanswered goals in the third, but that would be as close as they would get, as the Rail Splitters responded with 4 fourth-quarter goals to pick up the program's first win over a ranked opponent, 11-5. Both teams will be back at the LMU Lacrosse Complex on Wednesday when they play host to Tusculum. Again, that's weather permitting, and LMU Sports Network will have coverage of that one on Wednesday online. And finally, the LMU Beach volleyball team was in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina for the College of Charleston Beach Invitational. It was not a good weekend for the ladies as they would fall to UNC Wilmington 4-1, College of Charleston 4-1, Tulane 5-0, and College of Charleston once again 4-1. Abby Cash and Jamie Jean won twice this weekend, while Bristol Snyder and Brooke Fleeman won their match in the game with UNC Wilmington. The ladies will be on the road this weekend when they'll travel to Atlanta, Georgia for the GSU's Diggin' Duels. Now that's all for sports this weekend, but stay tuned. More LMU Community TV news after this.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
And that's going to do it for this week's LMU Community TV News. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you on Thursday. For everyone here at LMU Community TV News, I'm Thomas Miracle. Have a great week.